lineages, Y chromosome lineages that show the interactions of these people. And so that's one of the things that's quite interesting to look at, are what are the similarities and the differences that we see between these different populations in the different parts of the Pacific, which have different kind of migration histories. And that allows us to tease out the aspects of how much of this is ancestry, how much of this is adaptation to particular environments. We certainly know that malaria is a major selective force that can shape the genetic makeup of populations. And so we've got people living in malaria areas and people living in Polynesia where there never has been any malaria. And so we can, as I say, start to tease out these different aspects of environment and population history and interaction by looking at the Pacific populations across the board.
Yes, such a contrast. Australia occupied for about 50,000 years and New Zealand barely 750. The very old and the incredibly young. Lisa Matthew-Smith is Professor of Biological Anthropology at the University of Otago in Dunedin. Dr. Brian May playing there, astrophysicist, and he helped Marcus Chown with his new book, What a Wonderful World. Chown, like May, was at Imperial College in London, amongst other places, and has written lots about physics. Now he's written small chapters on nearly everything, and you really wonder how he dared tackle things like money and banking and economics and all that. Isn't that a bit reckless?
I've got confidence that when I phone people about physics, I can ask them basic and stupid questions and get them to answer. So I felt confident that I could ring economists and not be bamboozled, and if they didn't answer my questions, persist. And so I rang a guy called Hai-Jun Chang, who is a professor of economics at Cambridge University. In fact, he wrote the 23 things I don't tell you about capitalism. And I asked him basic questions. What is money? How did it originate? And I got some insights. I got to understand it in my terms. So I was asking about the origin of money, and I discovered that maybe thousands of years ago, say I went to trade some fish with you for a stone hand axe, I'd have to trade my fish today because they would go wrong. But if I could exchange those fish for something that we can agree on as value, some kind of currency, it could be shells or whatever, then I could do my trade at any time in the future. So money allows trade to time travel. So rather than having to do it now, I can do it any time in the future. It also allows trade to space travel. So, I mean, if I don't know, a great grinding stone or something, and I wanted to trade it for some beads over the mountains, I couldn't really take my grinding stone. But if I exchanged it for money, I could. So I kind of got insights into how these things work, which were coloured by my background in physics.
Isn't it amazing how physicists, like we had Paul Davis on the other day talking about cancer, these physicists like yourself can actually look at any field from absolutely the beginning and ask the really fundamental questions. And everyone stops doing what they're normally doing. Oh gosh, we never thought of that.
I like doing that, and very often I talk to physicists and I ask them questions. I've asked a question that they haven't thought of. And I really wanted to understand these things in my terms.
You also got some lovely quotations. I think you start the chapter, Oscar Wilde, saying, when I was young, I thought that money was everything. Now I know it's true.